So let's solve this question. This has been asked in UGC NET 2017. We have been given a Java program and we are asked to find the output. Now, whenever you're asked to find the output of a code in any programming language, you should always start from the main. Why? Because it is the starting point of execution. So it will help you to trace the output correctly. Now, if I start from main, I find that there is this statement, simple obj equal to new simple. Now, what is this statement doing? This statement is instantiating an object of class simple and the name of that object is obj. So now, as you can see that the simple class has no data members. So the object that will come into existence will be something like this. Which has no data members. So no data members pertaining to this object. Now, after creating this object, a method by the name of start is invoked on obj. So the control from this point, the control will be transferred to this point. Now here we find that an object is, not an object rather, an array of type long is created and it is also initialized at the same time. So what will this result? This will result in an array. Remember, arrays in Java work slightly differently from what you would find in C or C++. So arrays in Java are handled using reference types. So P will simply be referring to this array. P will simply be referring to this array. Now, we find that we are creating another array reference variable by the name of Q, and along with that, while creating the reference, we are invoking a function called method. And what is the argument that is being passed with? The array reference variable P. So when the array reference variable P is passed to method, what happens is this reference that you find here, this reference gets copied to method. Now, what can receive a reference? Another reference variable, right? So here you can find that R is also a reference variable of type long. And what is P? P is also a reference variable of type long. So it is perfectly alright for R to receive the value of P. Now, due to this statement long Q equal to method of P, due to this statement, control will be transferred to this point. So now we have R, which is another reference variable. And what is it referring to? It is referring to the same array, mind you. It is referring to the same array. So any changes that I make to this array through P or R will be the same. So now what are we doing? We're doing R of 1 equal to 7. Remember, array indexing in Java starts from 0. So 0, 1, 2. So if I'm saying R of 1, it means this is my reference variable R. Go to the index 1 of the array, that is 4, and change it to 7. So 4 now becomes 7. And then return R. So you're returning the reference R. So this will this will cause the control to come back to this point. Now Q will receive the reference that was returned by R from this function. Due to this return statement, Q will now also be pointing to the same array. So now we have one array being referred by 3 reference variables, P, Q, and R. So any changes that I bring about or that I want to bring about on this array can be done through any of these reference variables. Now see, now we have a print statement, system.out.print P of 0. Now you have a number of array indexing operations being performed here, along with a concatenation at the end. So what would happen? What would happen due to this? Now see, there are a number of operators here. You have parenthesis, a pair of parentheses. You have the array indexing brackets, and you have your addition operator. Now, because array indexing has the highest precedence, these pair of box brackets, they have the highest precedence. So this will be evaluated first. So P of 0, what is P of 0? P of 0 is 3. So in this place, 3 will be substituted. Similarly, in place of P of 1, 7 will be substituted. And in place of P of 2, 5 will be substituted. Now, since after the array indexing operations are done, since addition holds the next level of precedence, what will happen? We have multiple addition operations, right? So what will be the order of evaluation? We will go from left to right. Why will we go from left to right? Because addition is left associative. So we will do 3 plus 7, 10, 10 plus 5, 15, and then concatenate it with a colon. So due to this print statement, we have 15 colon. Now coming to the next print statement, we have q of 0. Now q of 0 will also be referring to the same array. So what is this array holding at the 0 index? It is holding 3. So 3 will be substituted here. What is q of 1 holding? It is holding 7. Exactly the same values will be referenced, right? So here you will get 5. Now what will happen again, since addition is left associative, you will have 3 plus 7, 10 plus 5, 15. And since this was a print statement, control remains at this point after the execution of this statement, and the 15 will come here. And this will be the final output. Now remember, when you are performing the concatenation operation, since this is a string, you might be wondering that the output could have been 375, but it won't be that way, because as I mentioned, that plus is left associative. So the operation will begin from this side. So if the operation begins from this side, you have two numbers to be added. So they will be added using normal addition, normal integer addition. So that will be 3 plus 7, 10, and then again 10 plus 5, 15. Had it been the other way around, that means had the colon come before p of 0. So if we had something like this, I just want to touch upon this point because many of you might be confused. So if I had something like this, then what would have been the output? Due to this colon, which is a string, there will be string concatenation with p of 0. Now see, the colon will be concatenated with p of 0, which is 3. So you'll get colon 3. And now this is a string. So if you try to apply the addition operation or the addition operator to a string and an integer, the integer will be converted to a string, and then the concatenation will take place. So 7 will be concatenated with colon 3, and finally 5 will be concatenated. So this is what would be your output had the colon preceded your addition operations. Okay, so I hope this helps. Thank you.